Hello everyone, my name is ITOYANAGI. I'm a climber. In particular, I do a lot of sawanobori. It is said that the best way to enjoy the mountains is sawanobori. So I wade through rapids in the wilderness, climb waterfalls, sometimes procure food locally, sleep by the fire, and head for the headwaters. I was supposed to give a technical presentation on the riverside, as I always do in my online presentation, but I couldn't make it at all. So I just spliced together some random footage from some mountains and overlaid a technical explanation on top of it. First of all, let me explain what the schedule was like this time. When I was accepted to RubyKaigi, I hadn't implemented any of the accepted features. This is a rough technique called Kaigi-driven development that Ruby committers often use to make progress by taking advantage of the fact that they will have to implement the content to present it. The deadline for submitting videos for this year's English presentation was August 31st. I started working on it on August 17th. It was all too late. Anyway, no, it's not anywhere or anything, but let me blatantly introduce myself. I'm a RDoc maintainer, a Ruby committer, a member of Ruby core team, and a member of Asakusa RB, and a climber. Please enjoy the background of today's video, which shows climbing some mountains. In recent years, Ruby's IRB has undergone significant improvements. The multi-line editing feature is a clear example of this. The implementation of the new feature is based on Reline, a software I wrote from scratch. It achieves the madness of doing all the terminal control on its own. According to Naruse-san, a Ruby committer, there are three major addictions in programming: operating system, programming language, terminal, and text editor. Reline implements terminal and text editor out of these. It's hell on earth. It needs too much work just to add just small new features. So I've already added about 150 commits, even so I just started working on it on August 17th. So what is the feature that I've implemented in Reline? It is a dialog window. You may be familiar with it from the past if you are using an IDE. I'll show you a demonstration of the implementation in action here. Pre-recorded demonstrations will not fail. Since IRB is a text editor for typing code, the dialog window is displayed at a location relative to the cursor position, just like IDE. You can also specify a relative distance to display it a little further away. It is also possible to trap the specified keystroke while a dialog window is displayed. The specified key doesn't enter into the normal keystroke processing of Reline, but can be handled by the dialog window callback. It's also possible to select and display a specific line in the dialog window. By combining these functions, it's possible to navigate through the dialog window using keystrokes. The width and height of the dialog window will be determined automatically, but you can also specify a maximum size. The width will be shortened by cutting down the amount of popping out, but the height will be scrolled.
Deも逆さまにしたら全くわからない。終わってしまいました。
あとはこれが燃える。
はい。
これそのもの。
A scroll bar can also be displayed if necessary.
お、もうすぐ炊けるんじゃないですかこれ。ですか。
はい。
ひびとか入る。ひびがちょっと入る。
You can also use an existing compilation engine to achieve autocompletion without any special implementation on your own. I'll try to it with just this code.
疲れた。
ロープダウン。きれいきれいきれいきれい。
うん、下に抜けた。ああ、ちゃんと下についた。
あ、ついてます。よし。
Now then, Let's take a look at a real-world example from the IRB. Nowadays, IRB has completion turned on by default. So just add set true to Reline autocompletion and autocompletion will be displayed.
で見てこれ、ほら、アメリカンデストライアングル、しかもリングボルト。こっちダメでしょ、ダメ。こんなリングボルト2つでアメリカンデストライアングルとかぶっ飛べって言ってるのと一緒でしょ。こんな
Now you can use the Rails console without worrying about adding many classes and methods to your business code.
ここでちょっと軽く飯にしましょう。よし。ほら、これ食いましょうよ。
なんすかこれ。
これ持ってきたんですけど頑張って。さっき懸垂してる時もずっとこれ担いでたんですけど。
頭おかしいな。
ナイフあるんで。今からスイカ。
Here's the thing. Everything I've shown you so far is just preparation. The already released stable version of IRB, which doesn't yet have the features introduced today, has a document viewing feature. After the usual tab key completion, pressing the tab key again with an perfect match will display the document. However, I found it difficult to notice this user interface. In this form, it's just a hidden command.
ちょっとトップで登りましたけど、ちょっと気温が40度今日あるんで無理なんで帰ります。ちょっと川で泳いでから帰ります。では。
So, in the new IRB, we have implemented a document display along with autocomplete. Please see here.
この後無駄に80メートルの岸壁の上まで歩いて登って、で一番上の方から無駄に懸垂で降りてきたんですよ。もう全部時間の無駄ですよ。
The best user interface is one that requires no explanation. Accessing a document no longer requires an explanation. However, there is one explanation that I can't help to display. It's this one. Press Alt-D to read the full document. Press Alt-D as in the explanation. A key trap has been set to display the full document. Q to exit the document view, and you will be back to the original screen. All of the major improvements to the IRB over the past few years have been resistance as an R-documenter to the long-standing trend of not installing RDoc documentation to the local machines. I need someone to help me maintain Reline. RDoc and Reline are two of the largest standard attachment libraries written in Ruby. There should be almost no one in the world who can maintain them at all. But this depends less on being component and more on demonstrating an unusual obsession with a very specialized area. We'll only make each other unhappy if someone half-hearted comes along. But if someone really wants to work on it, I'd appreciate it. I think there are probably a few people like that in the world.
米を炊いています。
日本人はどこでも米を炊くってことを教えてあげない。日本人はどんな環境であると米を食うんだ。
そうね、日本人はどんな環境でも米を食わねえと死んじまうからよ。味噌汁も作るんで、これザックにもらった秋田小町味噌です。ぐっちゃぐちゃだけどまだちょっと残ってるんで、米として大変なことになってるな。米は秋田小町です。やばいやばいやばいやばいやばい。おいしょ。はいはいはい。でも上に乗せらんねえかなこれ。くそ。不安定すぎる。ここ熱があんまりないんだよな。なんかうまいこと。よいしょ。
この下にぶち込むのはどうですか。
ていうか真ん中開けちゃえばいい。よいしょ。
適当になんか木置いたんでもう焦げるでしょ。全然沸騰しませんでした。
もうちょいかな。おお、よいしょ。これだ、こうだ。よし。で、よっ。これで、
ここで
うわ、やば。不安定すぎる。よっ、よっ。こうだ、こうだ、こうだ。これだ。イエス。よしよしよし。全然信用できないけど大丈夫。おお、すごいすごいすごい。いったいったいった。全然信用できないけどいける。おお、やべやべやべやべやべやべやべやべやべやべやべ。これ熱っ熱っ。これ米大丈夫か。これダメでしょ。
火力やべえ。
ハイカブリじゃん、シンデレラ。ハイカブリがこうやって美味しいご飯に化ける。どうでしたか。焼けてますか。焼けてる。で、僕はこれよいしょ。
普通に焼けてます。
だね。
文明的な焼き方です。
あ、うまい。うん。味噌汁めっちゃうまい。
証拠を隠滅する姿です。
落とした米も全部拾ってくれました。まあこんなとこ増水したら全部流されてリセットされるから関係ないんだけど。
まあね。
Alternatively, I look forward to your support via GitHub sponsors.